Morning, everyone. Morning, morning, morning. How are we all doing? Hopefully you all had a good morning. Lots of you in here already. Whoa, let's not get that feedback. There we go. All right, as ever, I'm going to start off on the daily charts. Move our way down the time frames. In fact, let's start on a weekly and monthly because we just closed our first week and the first week of the month. All right, so monthly, still looking very bullish, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 green bars on the months. 5 months. We're into this month now. We're 11 days into it. And looking to take out all-time highs. And so far, this month has basically held the previous month's open close. All right, so you can see here, June, July, we basically held it, and we're trying to bid up. Weekly, last week was very bullish after the week before being super bearish. All right, so we had a failed breakout week before, pulled back, held this old range, closed back near their highs. Question this week is, do we steal this liquidity and can we hold gains, or is there a failure and a trade back down this side? Because you can see here we have this kind of thing building. All right, so we're either looking for a continuation of trend or some form of failure and back down to test into the range. I don't get super bearish here unless this happens. Right, which is asking a lot because this is 2 standard deviation, this is 2 standard deviation. We did 1 weekly move down, 1 weekly move back up. Until there's a clear reason to be, high time frame short, I'm not going to look for it. Not more than a scalp, let's say, or a session short. Okay, into the daily. You can have nice squeeze up here last week. Here's your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday set the trap, and Friday continuation. So question again, can we get through this old high? Now this high down here was created in Globex, right? It was created in Globex, which means it's highly probable we come and take it. Whether it does it today or not is a whole other thing, but it's highly probable they want to take this out because the only participants in there right now are Globex traders. Remember, we left them stuck last Thursday. Well, the week before now, 2 weeks ago on a Thursday. I want to see if we take this liquidity, if we then balance and then go higher. If we leave this liquidity, all right, then I'm going to assume we're leaving it for later in the week. So if we have something like this week, holding some form of old balanced range, some form of like value area, God, I can't draw, value area high or point of control, and we find a bid here, then I'm going to look for that move later in the week. So it really depends how we open up today. If we're going to go straight for it early, then I'm looking for a pullback to hold, or a failure for a rotation. If we pull back early in the week, Monday, Tuesday, or just Monday, and we hold some old range, then I'm going to look for that rotation higher. Remember, I'm not here from Tuesday, so I'm saying all this, but depending how it sets up, I might not be here for it. All right, hourly charts. Let's just focus on this chart down here. Let's get rid of this. Back on a 30-minute, make sure we can see it all. Where's our kill zone? There we are. And you. Okay. Hourly chart looking very bullish right now. All right, so everything on the hourly is holding 2 leg pullbacks. 1, 2, bullish. 1, 2, bullish. This could easily be some form of bullish consolidation right now. It doesn't have to be bearish up here. Everyone trying to pick a top, not my game. All right. All the time we're holding this kind of move here. All right. As long as we're not breaking down, for me, this is bullish consolidation to go higher and to take out that all-time high. When does that change? Well, could argue we can come back here, this old range, but I'd say on Friday at 11 o'clock, we dipped into it and held an old point of control. So in theory, it doesn't really need to come back here at this moment. It would have to see a lot of weakness. Where would that weakness need to be? Probably underneath Globex lows for a rotation back down into here. And I'd be very careful once we get here in case they want to rip this higher. Let's remove that because that should not be there. And neither should you, my friend. All right, so very hard to think about being bearish in this market right now, as we talked about in the newsletter. Maybe there's a pullback, but unless there's some form of clear failure underneath what's this level here? 670s. And that clear failure would need to back test it and would need to stay heavy, basically to give back Thursday, Friday gains. And really, it's more probable that we do this again, which is what it's been doing the whole time. All right, if we just zoom out, don't get too caught in zoomed in. Consolidation, breakout, come back, retest the level. Consolidation, breakout, might come back and retest the level and go again. That level would be here somewhere. So I'm not really thinking too bearish here, like not really. But just remember, it's Monday and there's no news today. All right, coming into Monday, absolutely no news. So we have to see how we go. Zooming into the M30, you can see this old weekly volume profile here. So if you want to copy any of these are up to date. So we've got an old value area low, previous week point of control, previous week value area high. All the time we're over previous week value area high. If we are getting acceptance up here, this is the market telling you it's trying to build consolidation to go higher. So is what I'm saying. Unless we fail these levels and we want to come and back test, then I'm really thinking about higher prices. I'm thinking about, do we consolidate? Do we do some form of pullback to go higher? All right, maybe there's a trigger short in here, but it won't be very big, 100 points or something. And then you've got the daily levels above. So you can see Friday, previous day value area low, point of control, and value area high, all fairly tight here. All right, we shifted value up very aggressively on Friday. Going to lower time frame. Make this a bit bigger for you all. It's a little bit congested here. I'm going to get rid of these. We've tagged that one, so I'll take Fridays out. In fact, I'll take Thursdays out as well, just to clean it up. All right, this is overnight right now. I've just got this playing as overnight. We can extend this to save me having to do that. There we go. If we look how we built volume on Friday, this was our balanced range. All right, and we had some nodes here which we're currently protecting. So really, again, all the time we're holding any of this balance range, it is above the old weekly range. I'm considering this as potential bullish moves higher. That will change if we get stuck underneath it. There'll be a rotation to the weekly range. If we get acceptance under this, there's a rotation further down. But again, very, very hard here. Do not get caught in the habit of trying to pick a top looking for a giant move. There's no reason right now for this market to go into a sell. You have CPI coming tomorrow, and another news driver on Thursday. So I'm looking for weekly models here. Simple as that. Weekly models. Let's have a look at the mag, because I know AMD and Nvidia were gapping down today, I'm pretty sure. Okay, Apple, same thing. Massive drive up, and you can see it's just trying to consolidate at highs right now. That's all we're trying to do. So 1, 2, can we find consolidation to go higher? Amazon, slight gap up. Here's the previous day's range. Again, might be bullish consolidation. Until Amazon starts breaking below here, and you look for that drive down, you have to consider this potential bullish consolidation, because the main trend in most of these has been up. We've pivoted from here. This can be accumulation to get back up here if it wants. Maybe it doesn't want to, but it can be. So I'm going to respect it. Google, same kind of thing. Big move on Friday, consolidation. All right. Unless they're going to collapse and give the whole move back, which would just be a back test of the old high. Remember, this will be RBS. All right. Still consider this bullish consolidation on Google. Meta, trying to get back up to supply. So here we have the breakdown on Meta, sideways coil, breakout on Friday. Can it hold gains above 67s for a return back to 80s? Microsoft, slightly weaker than the other ones. Clear down channel here. Breaking under this, trying to find bids. So chop zone here. This can be a coil zone to go up. If we start seeing acceptance under here, then this is going to be in trouble, Microsoft. Nvidia does not want to load. Let's try that again, shall we? Come on, trading view. Any charts? Thank you. All right. Nvidia sold off pre-market, finding a bid. All right. So like I said, it was gapping down. It's almost back to close right now. Where did we find a bid? Old RBS zone. All right. Right here. Resistance became support. There's your second tag of it. Big level. They get going. We're going out for breakout. Under this, chop back down to 75s. So I want to be a little careful there on Nvidia. Tesla. Oh my gosh. Right. All those shorts who came in under 300 just will not learn their lesson and are getting squeezed out right now. So if we zoom out of that, oh my God, it looks amazing. There's your high. There's your cut. Any handle here, it's explosion time. And as a whole, they look pretty good. Man, what is going on with TradingView today? This is a bit worrying. It's not pulling data. Just can't pull that data. Okay, can't look at them as a whole right now. I'll leave that alone then because we're getting close to the open. Let's have a quick look at the VIX, see where we are. Just dripping down. I'll be watching this level on VIX right here. And here. All right, here's your demand. Here's your supply or resistance. Do we see rejection of that move into mid-16s? And a rotation down into demand. If we see that, market's going to get bullish. If we start reclaiming this, market will chop and possibly get bearish if we need to do a back test up here. So nice alignment so far, which is good. So you might be thinking, Alex, so what are you looking for today? I'm just going to let it open up, see if it wants to drive down and find a bid off some key levels. And if not, if weakness comes in, I'll consider short scalps if we start breaking down underneath major levels. But really, I'm not thinking about too much on the short side, all right? And maybe there's a slight rebalance or something, but I'm really thinking this market, all it wants to do is move higher. So it's just trying to find a way of moving higher. That's what I think right now. It's nice and big for you. How long we got left here? About 50 seconds. Let's see who's in the chat. Morning, Jeff, Clint, Thumper, Chris, Ken, John, Hector, Julian, Miguel, Silem, Glenn, Coop, Toby, Firewater, Tibor, Raphael, Jesse, Capt, Marek, Brandon, ERF, Christy, Aga, Bowden, Universal Instinct, Donna Smith, Leron, Sergio, Bart, Mike Light, Myron, Umalabi, Richard, Willie Williams, Larry, Zach, Calypso, Glenn, Danny Corkin, Martin B. Morning, everyone. Nice and slow, no rush out the gate, okay? No reason to rush into something out the gate. Liquidity on the book you can see above. Nothing, no major levels until we get up. Right up here, 775, we've got some players. We've got some players up. So I wonder if we go and clean out those all-time highs today. Let's just see what we get. So here we go. Market's open. We're straight up to view up here. Let's get our anchor on before I forget, like always. Our anchor on the opening print and do the same over here on my NinjaTrader. And let's see. Currently, we're just stuck between previous day value area high and point of control. You can see right here. So we've got no acceptance above this yet. If we get acceptance above this, we're looking to take out all these highs up here. Here comes VWAP. MAG doing a bit of a dance still. Tesla up nice today, 2.84%. Meta up 0.21%. Rest of the market red. But I mean, you're looking Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon can all go to red to green in one candle. They're just dancing around PDC, so kind of flat. And like we talked about, no big news event today. VIX trying to get back up to that level, 16s and higher. Sorry, just having to mark this out on my other chart. There we go. All right, coming back down to previous day point of control then. Move this up. Here's your previous day point of control. If they hold on to that, they might want to bid us up. If we let go of that, we might come all the way down here into previous day value area low. Globex, remember, is down here. So your London low right now, 668. 668 value area low from Friday, 640. So if we snap this, we might come down for this. If we break that, probably this, and then maybe a rotation unless they stay heavy. We will just have to see, folks, how we go today. Do not get too zoomed in. This is just a range from overnight. John used my Bullnox code this morning. Thank you very much. Yeah, lots of sales going on at the moment. Lucid offered a new sale at the weekend. It was so good it crashed the site. So if you want to use code FZT on Lucid right now, you will get 50% off absolutely any of their accounts. And they just removed the 8-day or 7-day pass that they have. So they're down to a 1-day pass, I think. I will check that all out later. I really have not had the time. I had a great weekend. We went to the cinema last night for a friend's 40th. Basically hired out the whole cinema, one of those sort of dining cinemas. We went in black tie to see Naked Gun. She was very sweet. She put like whoopee cushions on all the chairs and tiny little shits and some funny glasses with moustaches and stuff. So you had a bunch of 40-year-olds drinking, eating burgers in black tie, doing fart noises during the film. It was quite fun. Nice to be a kid again. Nice to be a kid again. All right. Market just dancing around previous day point of control right now. Not in a rush here, that's for sure. Make sure you don't get too zoomed in, folks. All right, if we break down here, then we might come for Globex, which is this orange line. That's the London low down here. Once we sweep that, you've got previous day value area low below it. If we find a bid hit there, the only other option then is to come for that old imbalance, which we already tagged into on Friday at 11 a.m. that we went over this morning. So maybe some bearish moves down here before it finds a bid. We have to see. We have to see. They seem to be absorbing at the moment. I mean, it's very early. They won't even be through their imbalances yet. We're only 4 minutes into the day. They all have lots of orders that they need to fill still. So ES coming for that low. 408 is that low. Finding bids there so far. Alex, question, please. Why, when I change the time, the POC location changes? I don't know what you're on, but it would just be the way it's reading volume based on the bars that you're looking at. Okay, so retesting POC. I'm going to retest New York VWAP here probably. If they get through this, then that might have been a cheap buy for them to try and drive higher. If they reject this, order flow so far on the day is still bearish. Yes, it's closed its gap, finding bids. SPY's closed its gap, finding bids. NQ has not closed its gap. We're under it on NQ. Is that correct? Oh, it is correct. All right. NQ is under PDC. Morning, Bella. How's it going? Hope you're doing good. Hope you had a good weekend. We did a giveaway on Friday. I can't remember who won. I'm sure they're making themselves known in chat. Someone won an Apex account on Friday. It was a good stream. We made lots of money. All right, ES reclaiming PDC. We are still just hanging around. Previous day point of control and the anchor view up off the New York Open right here, right now. Remember this, all of this can be bullish on a higher time frame. Remember, these pullbacks can be bullish. I'm interested if they come back for Globex or not, but let's just see. SPY's finding bids at pre-market lows and an old RBS zone. Let's get this big zoomed in. That's way too zoomed out for me to see anything. There you go, Mike Light 1, there you go. What size account did you get, mate? What did you go for? All right, just dancing around this previous day, point of control and view up. Good man, 50Ks. Just trying to find bids here. Remember, we've got that New York Open above, PDC above. ES has closed its gap and is finding bids. Still underneath view up. So just giving this time to build out. This can be bullish consolidation to move higher, but if it wants to, you know, come and back test a lower level first, maybe like an old POC, maybe down like 608 or something like that. If it wants to come really deep, it can. But right now, don't really fancy the short on it personally. Not on a no news Monday where we're just holding range, where we're above the old weekly value, we're above the old daily values. I want to be careful thinking about any short today. If you're going to take some of these shorts, if it builds bear flags and starts breaking down, please, 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 today is not a day to hold in hope. Lock in some money, let the runners work, because you are above all the old weekly levels at the moment. Mag is heavy though, I'll say that. Other than Tesla, Tesla's 3% up. Rest of the mag, I'll give you a readout. Tesla 3.07% up. Nvidia 0.85% down. Microsoft 0.21% down. Meta 0.11% up. Goog 0.82% down. Amazon 0.61% down. Apple 1.90% down. As a basket as a whole, they're currently 0.04% down. Up, sorry. They're just being held up by Tesla right now. Rest of the market's heavy. But it can find bids. This can be the pullback like we talked about. Higher time frame, pulling back to find bids. Here's PDC. Here's New York Open. These are key levels. If we squeeze through this, we go previous day value area high and view up, and then probably go for previous day highs. So just have to let them build out, as we always talk about. Really holding that previous day. Why is my point of control different here? Let me draw. Hang on. This trading view done me dirty. 9:30. Where are you? Yeah, that's wrong on here. That's all right. Okay, they're bidding off previous day point of control so far. And if they put in a higher low here and start to break, then we're going to run. So I'm just waiting to see if they will do that. If they're willing to hold price above those previous day points of control. Here comes VWAP up coming up. First test of VWAP up. ES doing the same, trading up towards VWAP up. First test of VWAP up. And again, we have got liquidity on the book higher. 762 and 800. 762 and 800 are on the book. ES doing a dance between PDC and VWAP. We're sort of doing the same on NQ. I want to see sort of a pullback just get absorbed sort of into 700s basically, I guess. Which is where they just try to hold price from. If we do that, which is what it's trying to do at the moment. If they hold price around 705, 700s, then they're going to attempt to go back through VWAP. If they fail that level, then we're probably going to make a new low on the session. You can see there's a battle here. Nice and patient, folks. ES not even getting to its VWAP and rejecting back to PDC now. Definite battle on the books at the moment. Mag is heavy other than Tesla, which is starting to pull back a little bit. VIX coming into those 16s we talked about. I'd say trigger on VIX really is 16.15 and any reclaim 60, the range of 16.20. Remember, your weekly model, you actually want to see good pullback Monday, Tuesday, if we're going to base and go. Otherwise, you have to pivot that weekly model for an FBO or just a complete trend week, which would be mental, given that we're at all-time highs and we're at the top daily Bollinger Band. But one thing we didn't go over, those daily Bollinger Bands, they're starting to expand now. They are starting to. In the next 1 or 2 sessions, you're going to see big expansion on those. All right, that's the pullback into 05s that we just talked about, which is starting to hold. These old wicks, they're starting to hold. So here comes VWAP. This is a major battle here, folks. This is going to dictate probably what we're going to do for at least the next 30 minutes or so. So here's the attempt at VWAP again. This is like 3 attempts now to get through it. ES is dragging its heels a little bit, not up there yet. You can see these old wicks held. So if you dip bought that, you're already up very nice. Here comes VWAP. And if you get through previous day value area high, then we are going to go off to the races. And they're probably going to try and clean out that liquidity at 30. So here's the old value area high. If they get acceptance up here, we're off to the races. ES into VWAP. Here comes my coffee.
And your wife.
And my wife, yes. Thank you very much. Did anyone buy those 05s? Looks very nice already. 20 points up on those 05s. Can we get acceptance here and go for a full rotation? That's the question. Are we going to get acceptance above the previous day value for that full rotation? ES into VWAP. SPY through its VWAP. This market wants to get going. Trump speaking. Is he really? No, please don't say that. No. What is he doing on a fucking Monday morning talking? Just shush. Is that true, or are you just making that up? Oh. No, he's not talking. He's got a meeting with Intel today. I know that much. I can't see anything. Back in leaps. Oh, nice, Coop. That will be a nightmare. If he's talking, I'm not trading. Simple as that. No, God. Why on a Monday morning? Market's just open. Just be shush, Donald. Quiet, Donald. All right, here's your recheck of previous day value area high. ES has not got a close over VWAP yet on a 5-minute. So your opening range now set, 15 minutes on the day now set. Basically basing at the highs over VWAP at previous day value area high right now. It's put me off doing anything if he's going to start talking. I know he had a meeting. I can't see anything though. I know he has a meeting today with Intel. I can't actually see him making any comments yet. And it's only Intel. I know it would be a chip provider, but let me check my other screen. Check financial juice. I can't see anything. I can't see anything. Okay, back to VWAP, back to previous day value area high. No acceptance above so far. ES rejecting VWAP. Might well get a choppy inside day here. Very, very possible. Yeah, it's coming back for VWAP check again. Nvidia trying to go red to green. Rest of the market not close. Your range so far this morning, just 57 points. All right, so consolidation after that push on Friday. Feels like it wants to break, but until ES can get through its VWAP, it's going to be very tricky. We've left liquidity. Let's see. That swept that. That swept that. That push into 55 has created some. So we have some liquidity into 65. Swept that. That's created liquidity. And we have liquidity at 68, 668 to 650. So we've built liquidity both sides of this range. 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so he's going to talk in 12 minutes, is what he's saying. Thanks, Chris. Well, that pretty much guarantees me being flat for a while. Let's say that. Yeah, still underneath its VWAP right now, folks. It's just such a dance here. It wants to take out the 50s. You can see it on the book. But lots of liquidity in front of it. 300 lot seller at 50s. Let's have a quick look at ES. ES stacked both sides. 300 lot seller only came on the book a couple minutes ago. Was he the guy that's up higher? No, we're still up higher as well. Nvidia now red to green. Here comes the push up towards that orb, or attempt of a push towards an orb, I should say. So we're still producing high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, like I'm talking about. I think we break up towards Globex, but the thing is, you got Trump talking in 10 minutes. That's the danger right now. Here's your opening range check we just talked about. All right, for you orb traders who are thinking about this. We've reclaimed VWAP. ES is still lagging behind. Still just in a range for me. If you just zoom out, look at a 30-minute or an hourly chart, we're just inside a range. We're inside Friday's levels, and we haven't broken out outside of this. Remember, that's Friday's high, so we're inside Friday's range right now. Inside bar on the daily. Always a little bit ugly when we're doing that. Make sure you're zoomed out. Let's just zoom out. This is Globex. This is Friday. Right, we're just inside all of this. Let's get rid of that. Let's actually put a developing one on for today. See how we're building here. All the time they protect this, I'm pretty bullish. All right, all the time they're protecting previous day point of control, I'm pretty bullish. If we fail this, you can see we haven't built value, then we can come down here. But at the moment, this just looks like it wants to drive higher. Would you say to stay out until Trump is done speaking? I mean, it shouldn't be a big volatility driver in that he's just having a meeting, right, with Intel, but who knows what he says. The problem is the unpredictability. If the rest of the market sort of pull their liquidity, then there's no one on the book. And if he says something nasty or something positive for the market, if there's no one on the book and we move, we're going to move very, very quickly because it will have no levels to cut through. So it's just an added thing to think about, let's say. It's not ideal. I don't really like it when he's playing, because you just don't know what he's going to say, right? You don't know what he's going to say. Listen to podcasts about that at the weekend. The amount of hedge funds who've got absolutely run over based on tweets that he's done, only to then have to get back in the market 10 minutes later. It is a bit mental. Think about how nice Thursday and Friday were without him talking. Or at least Friday was. Thursday was a walk down. Still bullish consolidation here right now. Still, for me, feels like it's trying to move higher. We have major divergence. ES is back down around here, right? PDC. ES is much weaker on the day. So ES is dancing around red to green. RTY is sold off on the day. YM sold off on the day. NQ holding the market up. Because Tesla's holding up almost 4% up now on the day, Tesla. All right, SPY coming back down to PDC again. Okay, got press conference up. Back to PDC, back to anchor view up. ES about to break down for a new low here. I've got this screen up at the moment, just seeing if he comes out. This is pretty ugly, man. Liquidity's just left the book. If you look above, that big seller just left. Everyone's starting to clear out. Look at all these players. Everyone's clearing out. They're like, no, we don't want to be in this when Trump's talking. It's too risky. So you can see all the big levels. They're all starting to clear the book. Yeah, I'm the same. I'm sat waiting. Definitely not going to enter right now. Just asking for trouble. ES came to low of day, didn't sweep. Coming back up, testing PDC. So we held anchor view up. ES didn't sweep the lows. Don't like that. ES probably come back for that later. Sorry, folks, slower session, but this is what it is. We've got an inside bar, inside overnight range, not sweeping either side, inside Friday's range, and Trump about to talk. So think about how we've built liquidity at the top of Friday into Globex. everyone's trapped in this kind of range. We can just do this, take both sides if it wants, especially when he talks. It wouldn't take too much to take both sides out. It's about 100-point range. You know, so the top level right now is basically here, and your overnight here. It really wouldn't take much to do this or to do this. All right, so just be careful because we've left both sides intact. If we zoom out, think about this. Okay, no one's got swept. This high has not been swept by this. This has not swept this. This has not swept this. This low has not swept this. So we built lots of liquidity in here. Lots of stops, both sides, consolidation, coming into a press release from Donald. The Donald. The Don. The Don who's put tariffs on Dom Perignon. All right, so back to the opening range high. This is gross. Come on, Don. Come out. Let's get it over and done with. There's your opening range high pop. ES back to VWAP. They've come back on the book now because we're coming to those key levels. So they've come back on the book to see if they can get filled here. Here, yeah, it definitely does. This is what I was saying earlier. If we hold the 705, see this level here? This is where shorts got trapped so far this morning. Held again. If we hold here, we're coming for what? We're going to search for this liquidity. But again, the timing here is a nightmare if he's going to talk. I didn't know this was going to be a public event today. I knew he was meeting Intel CEO. I didn't know it was going to be public after he asked for his resignation last week and then is going to meet with him. Kind of weird, if you ask me. We're going to search for those 50s and 60s by the looks of it. Over your opening range. ES still rejecting VWAP, by the way, folks. He's still not out yet. What's this guy doing? Morning, Tyson. All right, ES still stuck at his VWAP. Put in a double bottom without breaking that low. It's built liquidity down there. VIX rejecting those 16s, folks. Still not here. Yes, holding VWAP right now. First time we've got over it. Can it base and hold it? That's the question. Can we hold an opening range? Can ES base and hold its VWAP? Are we going to sweep higher, liquidity higher before lower? This is everything I hate, man. I hate having to wait for stuff like this. News, yeah, new H1, H4. Last H4 dipped down and held. One, two, three, four, and held the previous H4 low, and has not taken out the previous H4 high. So, like we said, it's the same kind of pinching pattern starting to happen, basically. Oof. Talking about whether they're going to deploy National Guard in DC. So this sounds like it's all about Washington. It's about DC. That's what the press is about the crime rate. Obviously, he will talk about other stuff, but that's what the main thing's talking about. Okay, your last H4 high, if we're going to take it, will be these 58s here. Really shouldn't be anything here that's important. It's just the unknown of him talking. There's nothing there that's going to be important, really, for the market. All right, are we going to get going then? Current point of control on the day. Where is that developing? Right at the previous day value area high. Opening range is your 40s, which we're coming back to now. Mag still all red other than Microsoft and Tesla. Nvidia gone green to red. RTY's found a bid. YM's found a bid. They've both gone green on session. ES is green on the session. Relative strength in the queue. So if, you know, your Apples, your Amazon, your Googles, your Metas start finding bids, we can potentially move higher. Oh my God. Yeah, just coming back to test POC, I think, and previous day value. It's going to be choppy today, folks. We know it's going to be choppy because we're inside of Friday, right? There's a squeeze up on Friday. Thursday set the trap. Friday set the squeeze. Today we can chop. It will need to build liquidity to move higher. You got an MNQ, did you? Let me have a look. Oh, that's gross. That's gross, man. Yeah, that's gross. So still no close and hold on a new bar on an M5 over the ES VWAP. Tight range here this morning on ES, 10 points or so. Our range, even here in the NQ, is what, like 70 points, 75 points or something. Not a lot to play with. So I've got the press conference down here, so I've just got one eye on it. Still holding bullish consolidation. All right, that's your higher low. If we think about how we set this, that's your higher low. This is the key level right now. All the time they're holding this, it's possible that they come sweep this out. Once we break under this and break this, we probably come for Globex. If we fail Globex, we come for previous day value area high. If they bid here, we can bid all the way back up. This can still be chop and sloppy price action. Once we fail previous day value area low, it's then I think we can go for old weekly levels. So we've got an old swing point here. Maybe I'll just put that in so I don't forget it. I'm still considering this bullish consolidation until proves otherwise. Yes, you could argue we're starting to roll. I'd be very cautious thinking about that. And this here looks trappy. This box here from Globex lows 670 to 750, so basically 90 points. Looks trappy to me. Market just taking a breather here this morning after last week. Where's Donald? Yes, back to VWAP. He's trying to make another higher low. Have a look at this mag. Don't look great, mate. It's all over the shop. Tesla 2.85% up. Microsoft 0.5% up. Nvidia 0.42% down. Meta 0.17% down. Google just under 1% down. Amazon 0.71% down. Apple now just 1.20% down. That was 2% down earlier. So it is a mixed bag. Back to the opening range. ES trying to find a bid above VWAP now. Still got those sellers. 50, 55, 60. Do we still have a player above? We do. 775 and 800 still on the book. Like I said, I think market wants to move higher. It just depends. Has it got enough shorts trapped, or does it need to trap more first? That can happen over multiple sessions. Doesn't have to happen in one session. When we consider what we did last week. I think the week before, we made new highs and dumped down, basically coming back towards monthly lows. The following week, we printed all the way back up to the previous week highs effectively. Not quite there because we didn't take Globex high, which is all-time high, but it's fairly bullish in momentum. We can afford to have a little pause here before we do anything else. VIX cannot get through 16. It's pretty good rejection there of 16. Apparently, the main thing they're going to talk about is whether or not they're going to deploy the National Guard in DC. Yeah, definitely. Exactly, Coop. That's the thing. Does he say something random in there? Good chance. ES is trying to break out. It's trying to get back above its lower time frame algo here. It's trying to hold a bid above its VWAP. Same kind of story on the SPY. It's above VWAP, but it's underneath lower time frame algo. No liquidity underneath us, really. Just wants to search higher. Just in a holding pattern. Yeah, it's trying to get going here. It's trying to build that flag to get going here. This looks very bullish now, trying to get going. They're trying to fill these 50, 55, 60, and 75. You can see them on the book. Here's lower time frame algo on the ES. It really wants to get going here before he comes out. About to take that high at 48s. Here you go. Man, I should have. If he wasn't talking, I'd be in this already. This is the most annoying thing. Here's your drive up to 56s, which is your old H4 high. God damn it, dude. Not only is he not talking, he's late. So you can see it on the book, 60 and then 75's big order at 75, 316 lot up there. That's a legit order. That's not a liquidity provider. That's an actual seller up there. ES starting to get through now. Meta's just gone green. Microsoft's green. Tesla's green. Does the rest of the market want to follow? Coming back in towards supply now. These are the levels it wants to take out. Previous day high, Globex, and then we'd be looking at all-time highs, which is up here. Very bullish at this point. That higher low held like we talked about. So bullish consolidation definitely starting to play out here. There's an absorber, selling absorption here on the tape. Don't think it's going to work very well, but he's tried. Oh, why? If I didn't know Donald was talking today, I'd already be in this. I can't imagine working at a bank right now. The unknowns. VIX starting to break down, coming into that key level. Pivot on VIX, 1570. If it fails that, well, it's got a gap. And that gap will take it all the way back down to previous day low if it wants. ES finding sellers up there now. Meta green, Microsoft green, Tesla green. Can Nvidia start finding a bid and going green? AMD's green on the session. Chips don't look particularly weak, so maybe it does. But we've had 3 drives now off the open. 1, 2, 3. I don't want to really be pulling back, buying these pullbacks here. This pullback here was really nice, like we talked about the 705s. So if you took this or this, you're nicely in the money at this point. The problem is 1, 2, third pullback less likely. Can still hold, but it's less likely. Nice, Miguel. Range still tight. You're in 78 points of range so far today. Gonna get a refill here while we wait for him to come out. Jeez, still not out. Nice, Miguel. Yeah, base hits the way. ES showing relative weakness here, back underneath its VWAP, breaking back down. Did it just sweep that internal? Nope. So it's left a double low there at 15, and it's left lows at lower day. Don't like that on the ES. Really don't like that on the ES. Flow zones all bullish. We have liquidity higher that we might want to aim for. on NQ. ES relative weakness is hanging around down here right now. It's inside its pre-market. So it hasn't taken pre-market lows, hasn't taken pre-market highs on the spiders. Same for Globex. Just doing the dance. Do not get caught in the liquidity traps today. You took the 705 trader called. Nice, Richard. Yeah, very nice. Super clean, man. Like you can see, this should make sense to everyone. These are shorts trying to force it lower. 1 wick, 2 wick, 3 wick, 4 wick. We break out, we hold it. That short saying, okay, I'm getting out. And we test it again. Really nice. Nice work, Richard. Think he's coming soon. Room's gone quiet in the White House now. Well, that looks like a Trump candle. I've not seen him come out yet. Unless this stream's delayed from White House. Don't think it is. How big was that lot there? 186 lot, followed by a 388 lot there. So someone just got rid. If they were short, they just covered their position. Those are market orders. So 186 and a 388 just got absolutely slammed. See, there's big bubbles above me where my mouse is. They were like, no, I'm not playing. I'm out. So if they were short, they just got out. Or that's a big buy coming in. Either way, those are market order buys. $388. 23,756. It's not even that much size there to be filled. So it must have been paired off. So half that maybe. But it's like watching a school assembly. Like they go quiet waiting for the teacher. Teacher doesn't come out and then they all just start giggling. AMD confirms it's received China AI chip report license. What did I say last week, Coop? What did I say, buddy? Once these licenses go through, it's game on, AMD. That thing is way undervalued. Let's go. You still holding your leaps on AMD, Coop? I've still got all my commons. I'm just going to keep adding. So coming up for PDH here. Hey, this is a joke. Yeah, still not out. Can see this big seller above us. We're moving for that seller at 775, which will be, we've now cleared out the old H4 highs. So now we're just really looking at London highs, 65, Asia highs, yeah, basically the 775. And if we squeeze through that, we're looking at that move up to the old highs, right? So if we get through these, we're looking for a move up to these old highs, which need to be repaired. This is where Thursday, not last week, the week before, are stuck. They're stuck in here. This is the all-time high that was printed in Globex. This is where they're stuck, right? So this is supply in here. And this is the edge of it that we created on Friday. So we get through this, maybe we can get up here. I don't know. We can still reject it. Remember, we built a strong trend here today without sweeping anything out. So don't be surprised if you see something like this. ES now starting to build above its VWAP. Tesla now green, Nvidia now green, Microsoft green, Meta green. Market wants to move up. Like I said, it's trying to find ways of moving up. Wants to at least clear those liquidity levels out. Nice, Mike Light. 3 trades, up $642. New Apex eval, locking out, done for the day. Practicing patience. Good work. Good work. Oh man, I wish I didn't know he was talking today. If you guys did the right thing telling me, but if I didn't know, I would have been long. I would be done already. Big seller at 75, remember. That's where they're trying to get to right now. Previous day high, previous week high here. It's red line. Kind of got to wait for a trap now. I actually need this to trap if I'm going to get long now. It's done the easy move. Need to see it dump, sweep everyone out, find a bid, turn around. Otherwise, can't really get long at this point as we're into supply. Remember, your cheap buys this morning were down. That previous day point of control around here. This is where they trapped them under. And that 705 was your trigger to know, okay, we're probably going long. Yeah, exactly, Raf. It's annoying, isn't it? It's annoying. This is the thing. Like, if you look at every day we've had big green days on stream, it's when he's not talked because we can just play the technicals in front of us without worrying about a thing. You know. Now we have to wait for a trap. I'm not buying up here. So ideally we come and sweep some of this, find bids, and then go back to the highs. Waiting for a sweep at this point. One thing I don't like is ES has left so much liquidity at the lows. If it starts to break down, it's going to be quite nasty because it left like a double bottom. So ES down here, as we got down here on ES, it's done this. And then it's built up and it's done this. And then it's built up. If it snaps this on ES, it can come back for these lows very quickly. So I really don't like how it's built on ES. It could get very weak very quickly on ES. It's coming back for first set of lows now. Back under its VWAP. Same as spiders under their VWAPs. It's starting to sell aggressively on ES. This is what I'm talking about. I don't like how it's built it. It's dangerous, really dangerous. And this is not by chance either. They've done this absolutely on purpose. press have gone quiet. I'm assuming they're expecting to come out. Hopefully just makes a very quick speech and buggers off. So yes, bidding off PDC. Swept the first levels out. And there's a good chance that ES prints a new low of day, to be honest. RTY and YM have gone quarter point down on the day. So NQ relative strength is going to be the hardest one to short today and the easiest one to long. ES back to PDC. Try not to get frustrated here. Still higher lows right now, but if we start to fail up here, we might see a deeper trap down into here and then a bid off if they really want to come back for these highs. The fact that they've left these makes me think we'll come back for it. So maybe they set some form of trap to come back for it. I just don't like the look of ES. Feel like ES is going to break down. NQ looks much better. It's literally watching a bunch of children in here. It's like a zoo. What are they doing? ES coming back for its VWAP. So finding bids on PDC. It's going to back test VWAP. If it fails there, it's going to make a new low. If it reclaims that, then NQ will come for these highs. Like I said, NQ looks much stronger leaving these highs up here. Massive divergence, man. What's Ken saying? Sorry, I missed that. Up 1.2 thousand today, unless we get another setup. Yeah, nice. Good money. Initial balance about to be set. I can't believe I've sat here for an hour for this absolute clown. Never again. Just need to trade what's in front of me, not worry about this idiot. No, I'm in Los Angeles. Are you talking to me? Or are you talking to someone? Maybe you're talking to someone in chat. I don't know. ES rejecting that VWAP back to PDC. So ES again looks so. I think ES will want to make a new low here and sweep everything out. NQ is looking the complete opposite. No, yeah, I'm in Los Angeles, not in Dubai. Yeah, just take your time, Ken. Don't need to rush them. Do not need to rush them. Liquidity still all higher. Is there anyone above that? We're just kind of pinned in. Let's have a quick look at ES. 410 is your edge to the downside. 430 to the upside. Or 450 is on the book as well. Starting to lose my head here, I'm being honest. I'm getting to a point where I'm not going to be able to trade soon. The longer he takes to come out, the more annoyed I'm getting because I've missed my trades. The harder the setup's going to be, and the more I'm going to get frustrated with him. So I need to be careful here. little things can just start to erode your edge mentally. Yeah, probably tax reasons. Tax-free in Dubai. It's funny. Loads of people talk about moving there, but you don't have that much freedom there. I've got lots of friends born and bred there. Lots still live there, but people see the glitz and glam. They're like, I go there, it's tax-free. It's great if you're going to take money out of it, but cost of living still pretty expensive. And you know, you can't show signs of affection, and unless you're coming out of, or unless you're in a hotel area, you can't drink either. It's very awkward there. I don't know if you've ever been to clubs and bars there. It's very weird. You sort of drink and no one sort of knows whether they can dance together or do anything. It's weird. And you've got to be careful when you come outside the clubs. If you don't get a cab from the club, if you try and hail one down, then the cabs will take you straight to jail because they get paid off. So if you ever live there or spend time there, you will know being in jail is not uncommon. I've had friends go there, get jobs, end up in jail for a week or two, go back to their job thinking that they're going to get fired, and they get like a round of celebration. It's almost like an initiation. Yeah, I've got lots of friends there. I've got Saudi friends there, Iranians, Iraqis, even guys who have been born there 40 years ago, my age, still there. I'm actually due a trip this year. I bought my wife's engagement ring from there for 8-9 years ago now. Always told her I'd take her back there to Kara's. If anyone ever is in the market for the diamonds, you should check out Kara's in Dubai. Amazing. Mate, are you serious? I'm starting to lose my head here, folks. I've been waiting an hour now. ES looks like it wants to break down towards low of day. NQ relative strength. Trump's still not out. 35 minutes late now to this pointless meeting about DC, which I wish I wasn't told about. Oh. Don't get annoyed. Don't get annoyed. Don't get annoyed. Don't get annoyed. ES looks like it wants to take those lows out. It's got a double bottom low down there. It's what it looks like to me. All right, look at the difference in these, the divergence. ES has just swept. We just talked about that first level. It might come back for. I talked about it up here. It's come back for it. It's now rejecting here, building out liquidity, probably to come down and take this out and then to get to Globex. That's what it looks like on ES. Very different to how NQ is building right now. Completely different charts. We are nowhere near down here, but we've built this strong trendline liquidity. I would like to see, if we're going to move higher, it's got to set some form of trap at this point. And if ES starts to melt under a low of day, then I can't think about a trap to go high. So the divergence at play right now. No acceptance. Please stop ringing and texting me. Go away. You know better than to do that when I'm at work. Okay, I think he's about to come out now. Sorry I'm late. I was in bed with the devil. Come on, Donald. All right, ES breaking down. It's trying to go and sweep those lows. Just talked about it. where do you watch the conference? You can just grab it from Financial Juice. They posted a link. I'm watching on there. I mean, it's a nothing burger conference. It's only because he's going to say something completely unrelated to the subject of the conference, which is crime in DC. It shouldn't matter. ES coming for those lows. This divergence is a pain. NQ very, very bullish. ES in a range and weaker. Apple now just 0.81% down. Amazon 1/3%. Google just over 0.5%. Let's see if these find a bid. The rest of the market's green. As a whole, the MAG is 0.45% up on the session. Relative strength in the Qs. So remember, if you're going to short the Qs today, it's going to be hard work. If you're going to long the Qs today, if the rest of the market finds bid, Qs have relative strength. Should be an easier buy on the Qs today. Here he comes. Oh, shut up, mate. That's the most I've ever seen. Everything's the biggest. Apart from my cock. All right, let's get on with it. He's calling it Liberation Day in DC. National Guard being deployed in DC. Yeah, market doesn't love that. I don't know. Apparently, the crime's bad. I mean, crime's bad everywhere in America. ES wants those lows. I'm telling you. Once we get to those lows, it's decision time. Relative weakness in the ES versus NQ. It's coming for those lows. Once it takes those lows, it's either a liquidity sweep to go back upside or we start seeing a bigger breakdown. Crime's pretty bad everywhere in America compared to European countries, JD. Even he just admitted it's worse here than Colombia. He literally just stated it. Worse than Guatemala, worse than Colombia. No, but it's not accepting rhetoric, but the crime rates here, just compared to Europe, are pretty bad. Even where I come from is terrible. London's awful. It depends what you class as crime as. I'm not talking about necessarily violent crime, although he just said Washington's the worst murder capital. I don't know if that's true, but your crime rates are pretty bad, which goes hand in hand with homeless rates. It's just normal. Yeah, London's terrible. London crime rate's terrible. It's one of the reasons I left. It's horrific. You go to like Holland, no crime. They don't even have jails in half these countries now. Nordic countries, very little crime. Yeah, London's horrific, man. I'll never go back to London. You're safer living in Afghanistan than London, honestly. You get stabbed by a 13-year-old kid in London. All right, underneath point of control it's building. Did they legalize crime and stop jailing people? Where? In Amsterdam? No, they didn't legalize crime. So in Amsterdam, crime actually started, or in a lot of these countries, crime got worse when they started. And this is true. This isn't me making some stat up. You can look it up. Crime got worse when they started accepting refugees in who fled Ukraine and Russia, who struggled to fit into, I don't know what you call it, like the way they operate in Amsterdam. So you got like petty crime, like shoplifting and pickpocketing and burglary started to go up in these countries, which caused like major distress in those countries because they're just not used to it. The only thing that they legalized is drugs and sex, I guess, prostitution. So you take away the underground belly of it, I guess, is the best way to put it. But yeah, it has increased there recently, but it's more petty stuff. ES still not taking those lows, still defending those lows. I still think it comes back for it. Qs are just holding up really well. Okay, why are we telling individual stories here? Just say the legislation, get off. Okay, NQ looks like a bull flag to build higher. ES looks the opposite right now. VIX is stuck. We're just in a range. We didn't sweep this low here. This low created this high in this session. This low created this high. This is our main trend right now. So far, we're protecting it. I wouldn't even mind a little sweep and then a turn. My question is, how is he's calling caravans and homeless people slums? How is he going to get rid of it? Don't understand. I never understood that in Los Angeles either, when the British government or King came to visit and suddenly Newsom all these homeless people vanished. Where did they go? All right, more failures here. ES looks like I keep saying it. It wants to come for those lows. Very hard to short NQ with how it's building this liquidity here. Very dangerous. But ES wants to come for those lows. Here's the breakdown. ES is going for those lows now. Right, this is the decision point of do they trap here and rip it back higher, or are we going to see weakness in this market? Here come the lows on ES. So it's low of day, about to be taken on ES, or very, very close. We just swept that internal. So watching this here, if we sweep and pump here, then this will be the trap on NQ. Very hard to take while I'm watching ES. So this is a potential trap level down to here. If they reclaim this, they can go. If they're going to get weak, if NQ is going to keep, if ES is going to keep printing underneath these lows, it can get weak. All right, ES is now swept. We're coming back to view up. Decision point here for the market. Trap, or are we letting go? Market's just all the liquidity. Look above. It's all gone. Other than that big seller, it's all gone. Here's VWAP. So watching ES at initial balance, if it rejects it, again, NQ is going to be a much harder short today than ES. Back to previous day, value area high here. ES showing weakness. New low of day, coming back down towards those 400s now on ES. It's got some lows. Sorry, I'm going to have to put a box in here so I can see where they are when I'm zoomed out. Next liquidity, yeah, down at 402s on ES if it wants to go for it. So much easier trade on ES again today. We kept talking about coming back for those lows that it built in for a reason. Did that double bottom for a reason. There's no tariff news. Not right now. No new tariff news, I should say. Okay, ES coming back to test initial balance. NQ coming back to test VWAP. 24-hour VWAP and New York VWAP, same place here. Holding previous day value area high. Sweeping these liquidity levels. These can trap now. These can be two legs. If we start getting back up here, we're going to be very, very bullish, especially if ES has done the sweep and reclaims. If we reject these levels here, then we can come all the way down here and follow ES. Value area on the day is right here. I'm going to have to make that a bit brighter. It's kind of hard to see right now. Let's bring this up a little bit. There we go. Which part of Thailand are you in, John? I've got family out there in Pattaya. They just made weed legal, didn't they, last year or the year before in Thailand? Well, Thai weed. Which is crazy to think Thailand was so anti-drugs, and now you can get a Deliveroo of Thai weed to your flat. All right, looks like it's trying to do that trap we just talked about. So if we reclaim range here, this is the dunk where they do it. Look at ES starting to try and reclaim initial balance. It's coming back up to where it just broke down from. We just talked about this move. So if we can set a higher low here, we're looking for longs. Pattaya. Oh, you're in Pattaya. Yeah, I've got my wife's uncle, so my uncle-in-law. Would that be right? Lives out there, ex-pilot. English. He loves it. We built liquidity this way here with the trend. So if we reclaim, think about all these stops built in here. We reclaim, we do this. So this is the area here. You want to see them hold 73s here. Still bearish pressure right now, but if they hold this and then do this, it's game on upside. I'm due a visit. I'm gonna see him probably this year or next year to go surfing. He goes surfing different part of Thailand, very local. There's not much there, but I said I'd come out and see him. I've been in Thailand for a few years. Well, probably longer now, probably like 7 years. Last time I did Bangkok and Koh Samui and Koh Tao. They want to drive this. Got to be patient here. Let them reclaim now. What time is it there now then, John? So I could go there and actually trade. I'd quite enjoy that. Must be late now. Yeah, Trump's talking. He's just talking about crime rates in DC. Yes, trying to hold initial balance. It's trying to get going for a squeeze upside here. The market is trying to get going for a squeeze upside. It's what it wants to do. Can they build this now? It's so iffy with him talking, man. Lots of sellers here on a tape. Man, this is messy. This is like the most unattractive thing. He's come in late. He's talking about stuff which shouldn't affect the market, and everyone's just waiting now. ES has swept the lows. NQ has relative strength. It is gross out here, folks. Inside range. This is like a good day to leave it alone if it's not going to do anything. ES back inside initial balance. So if you're trading ES, you're thinking about failed auction versus auction theory at this point. It's rejecting those old lows so far, though. You want to see it reclaim and base above 1150s really on ES. 9:52 p.m. now. That's not too bad, is it? Yeah, I don't blame you, Coop. I'm just waiting for him to be done, so I know it's done for the day. Although he's going to then go and have a meeting with Intel. We are backside of this move at the moment, but I still, if ES starts reclaiming, I still think this can be a trap to go higher. Market's looking pretty good. Like Tesla's up 3.69%, Nvidia 0.10%, Microsoft 0.5%, Meta 0.08%. So they're dancing. Google 30% down, Amazon coming up 0.5% down, Apple 1.14% down. Patea flow zone, yeah. Still holding VWAP. Waiting for Trump to stop rambling about American criminals that they've arrested this weekend. This is not national news. Come on, mate. So QQQ still holding over previous day highs right now on the cash market. SPY underneath PDC on the cash market. VIX in a sideways channel. NQ relative strength in a sideways channel. Has swept, has left some, but has swept probably 50% of the range of today. Yeah. All right, I've lost interest in listening to this. This is just rambling garbage. Let's just see if we can get one trade. At the moment, it looks highly unlikely until we get alignment. No. Like Trump's passed it on to someone else now. I'm just not interested. There's nothing important really be said there. They'd like to summarize it. Crime's really bad in DC. We're going to use the National Guard. We're going to clean it up. There are some bad people on the streets that we're starting to arrest. The end. That's it. That's what we waited over an hour for. It's just a non-eventer. So let's just watch this market. Let's see. Watching ES to see if it fails to break down and make a new low here, or if it's going to wash deeper. Find it unlikely that this is the high of day, just given that that was previous day high, and we've come right into it and tapped it and not taken it. So whether they come back for it later, I don't know, but it looks kind of iffy up here. But flow so far, bearish still. We haven't reclaimed these areas yet. It should pull back to previous day value area, high again. Value area on the day, this old wick right now, no acceptance beneath that. New York open right here. Again, NQ probably the harder short today, probably the easier long if we go bullish, just because of the relative strength. Yeah, still underneath its IB low at the moment, starting to break lower. So retesting its low of day here on the ES. Relative weakness on the ES. I mean, I just think we look at the midpoint. If you just zoom out on a 30-minute chart, we've got liquidity both sides. We just look like we're stuck in the middle right now. Yeah, like I just keep referencing here. This is still just a range. This is nothing more than a range. Think about the weekly newsletter. We haven't done this. We haven't done this. We haven't done this. We haven't done this. We're just stuck. This is your liquidity building phase. This is ugly. This is not an area of like high probability. Fall asleep here. Previous day value area high. Previous day close just beneath this. Remember, it's a no news event day today. We called it in Discord. We talked about it last night and this morning. High probability of chop. It's what you're starting to see. It's the liquidity building phase. Man, my trading view is struggling today. As soon as I change a chart, it doesn't work. Reload that again. Man, it's going to be untradeable. If I can't see my charts here, come on, TradingView. Anyone else having these problems? Same problems we had this morning. I cannot see my QQQ now. It's just disappeared. It's so annoying. Dixie breaking down, is it? I can't even see it. Reload for the 5th time today. Yeah, I can't get QQQ. I don't know why. Cannot see my QQQ chart. Try reloading again. Still can't get QQQ. Well, I don't know if that's a data problem. It was happening here earlier. Let's see if it will load it on this screen. No. So it can't load QQQ. Can you load anything today? Just QQQ. So data from QQQ has disappeared for some reason. Yeah, it is being really slow. They've clearly got issues. Okay, so it's not just me. JD, QQQ disappeared on me last week, but it's fine now. It's so weird, man. I feel like they do updates on TradingView and then don't tell you, and then this is what happens. I actually see the DM I sent you about trade day. Evaluation price never goes up. It's locked for life. For the oh, thank you, man. That's good to know. Your trading view's working, yeah. Mine is not. All right, here goes ES looking like it wants to break down. Nvidia just going red here. Market starting to sell more aggressively here. Let me see. Still liquidity, big liquidity still higher. We just have to see here, folks. This is nothing more than inside. I just keep looking at the 30-minute chart, hourly chart. It's just inside. If they want to come back for these lows, if we go and take 681, then we're gonna, we're gonna take 665, 668. Because there is liquidity down here, but it's just nasty the way it's moving. Not encouraging me to take a short right now in NQ. Probably Replicanto, Danny. I can't recommend anything else like TradeSync because I've not used it. If you're using NinjaTrader Replicanto, let me find you a code. I'll probably get you like 20% off or something. Give me a second. Yeah, if you use Flow Zone 20, that will get you 20% off on Replicanto. Well, we are in a 86 point range so far today. We are inside Globex. We are inside initial balance. We are inside previous day. We are not in a high probability trade location or trade setting today. This is a low probability day. ES is being a much nicer trader. Still can't get QQQ. It's crazy. Can't get QQQ. I can't get my Mag 7. So it's got to be a Nasdaq data issue on TradingView for me, or at least for me. So bounce off New York Open there, back to VWAP. Yes, still relative weakness. Trump talking again now. Yay, QQQ's back. There we go. Got some data back. Alex, how do you survive sitting here reading this PA for us? I would rather watch Tottenham play. Oof. Never. Never. No one would ever rather do that. No chance. But yeah, it's very boring sitting here. All right, I'm going to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Still no change. Jeez, man. Did she just call people punks? Oh my god, what are we watching? Young punks. It's hilarious. I don't think I've heard that word since the 90s. All right. Watching ES back into IB. We're just at VWAP. No great trade location. More chop. Little squeeze there. We're going to go all the way back up to highs now. That's the question. We left those highs. We left these highs. Previous day high. We came up twice, didn't sweep it. So I don't really like the short on NQ today, but my God, how long can we go on a press conference about nothing? You're all just repeating the same stuff. SPY coming back up to PDC, reclaiming initial balance here. Oh my gosh. We might go back for these highs, folks. This is what I was talking about. We held New York open. This is a build of liquidity up here. And NQ has relative strength. Here's your walk down, walk down, walk down, walk down. Shorts trapped underneath this low, starting to reclaim. If pullbacks start to hold, we're probably going to go back for those highs. If pullbacks start to hold. How long have we got? 15 minutes. We're in a new hourly bar. Hourly resistance is 52. We did sweep the hourly low before printing higher, which is a positive sign to move higher. Let's just see. We are still in range, so I want to be careful, but NQ back to PDC here. If it starts to get through PDC and VWAP, it's probably go time. I would love if this press conference would just stop, just so we get rid of the unknowns. It would be really useful for the market. Here comes the squeeze, folks. Can they get up to that 775 player? We need a dip down here that starts to absorb so we can see like clear liquidity at 37 to 32. If we can put in a higher low down here and see some absorption somewhere down here and then see this pivot, I think we come back for this. If we can do this, it's got to prove itself that it can hold down here somewhere. We just need Trump to stop talking. That will really help, because then the market can just settle. If he's going to do Q&As, you want to be careful, because someone will ask him something about tariffs or Powell or interest rates. Yeah, he's still talking, man. Talking about Abraham Lincoln and statues now, statue protection. I don't care about any of this. All I care about is to make sure he walks off stage. If he's going to take questions, you know the press are going to ask him stuff unrelated. That's all that I've cared about this whole time. Here's the pullback. Do they hold this? Does ES hold initial balance and get back through PDC? Starting to see them try and hold here. Here you go. This is what I was just talking about. They want to try and complete a rotation up to the highs. The problem is the weakness across the board on the other markets, but that's what NQ wants to do. Please stop talking. Please, mate. Please. It just makes me laugh when he's like this sick woke culture. It just reminds me of South Park with Cartman. What does he have? The t-shirt. It's like woke is dead or something. It's so funny. Woke is dead. All right. Are they going to dip down and hold and make a higher low? And then do we get the higher high? And do we get the squeeze up to take out current high of day, which is also previous day high? Just want to double check that's correct. It is correct. And if we get through that, and we're going to aim for all-time highs, and we know supply is up there. We know those participants from Thursday a week ago are still stuck up there. Liquidity is still above, man. Let's check the ES. 405. So they're starting to see absorption here on ES. They want to move it higher. ES reclaiming PDC. Watching to see if this will set a higher low and then start squeezing. This is what it's trying to do right now. It's trying to do it. It wants to do it. Here goes ES. It's through PDC now on ES. Here come the questions. Okay. First one, nothing burger. Still building here. Still a good chance of a squeeze here. Maybe one little trap down and then go up. I don't know. But this is looking good. We're watching ES into SPY. If ES gets ES into SPY, into VWAP, if it gets through VWAP, is probably going to help. SPY's at its VWAP right now. I'll keep like trying to bang into it. Again, I can't change my charts now on TradingView. Dude, come on, TradingView. You pay money for this stuff. This is crazy. At least put out an email being like, hey, we've got problems. So it's not just the Nasdaq now. Now I can't see the spiders either. This is crazy, man. Okay, SPY rejecting VWAP so far. reload these charts again. Anyone else having these problems I'm having with TradingView? We're back to view up again here. So here we're talking about if we set the high low here and a high high, this is when we're going to go back for the highs if they do it. If they fail and we get breakdown, then we're looking for new lows under here. But right now, I'm looking to see if we can absorb here. Really love it if he stops talking. It would like really help. You've been having problems all morning with TradingView. Okay, yeah. So TradingView's got some issues, clearly. Okay, here we go. Watching this. Can we start breaking out here or not? Is there any strength in this market? Can ES get through PDC and help NQ go upside? Most of the mag now green, starting to see this, starting to have a look to see if we can try and break out here to the upside. Do not want to get caught in this if it's a flush, but I do think this is starting to look bullish, and we've left these highs up here. So if we can get going, looking to see if we go and take out 51s, and then all this sort of trend line liquidity here, which is like been built in. But we've got to do this move. Problem is we're in a range. It's gross. Come on, market. Just do something. Trump, get off stage. Let me have a market for a day again. I'm just talking about pavements, which are dirty. The roads are dirty. No one cares. Come on. Yeah, I saw that this morning about reclassifying marijuana. All those old marijuana stocks are running this morning. I don't think the marijuana stocks have run for about 6 years. I can't remember what they're all called anymore. Can anyone remember them? I want to say Tilray. Is that right? TLRY? Was that a marijuana stock? Or have I just made that up? Yep, that was definitely a marijuana stock. All right, still looking to see if this will build to break out to the upside and clean these guys out up here. Still thinking that's what the market's trying to do. It's trying to get up to here. Yeah, Tilray. I thought it was. I couldn't remember, but I remember that was one of them. I can't remember any of the others. Weed sector. S&DL, yeah. Word on Coop. You remember more than me. Integrity Farms. Integrity. Still feel like this market's trying to get back up to PDH. That's what it wants to do. That's my feeling in this market. Whether it can do it or not is another thing. But the fact that we left this like this once, twice, that's the same high as over here. Mind you, that did sweep. That's the build up. Oh, I don't know. I want to be careful. That's nasty, actually. What time did we do that? I like that less now, having seen that. I think it wants to do it, but I like it less. It's definitely not an A plus setup, that's for sure. Tesla now 4.34% up on the day, dragging this NQ or holding this NQ up with it. ES can't get through PDC. We're just trapped. Nothing to do. Market's still completely stagnant. No range, no volatility, no volume, no nothing. Cron. Man, I don't remember that. I don't remember this. Cron. That's a weed one, is it? Oh, yeah, it is. I don't remember that one. Still nothing happening. Like, this is terrible. I want to get off the charts. I want to leave. I'm just waiting for him to walk away just to see if there's a move once he's done. SPY still under its VWAP or at its VWAP. ES under its VWAP. We're basically trapped between IB low, PDC, and VWAP across the indexes right now. It's just gross, guys. Just leave it alone. Unless you see a clear move here, I just don't think we can do anything. And he won't shut up. He's now rabbiting on about the fires in LA. It's just... I want the drugs that this guy's on. I've never seen someone be able to talk so much. All right, still holding previous day value area high. I still think this is trying to do this. This is what I think where we're trying to come, but whether they build enough to do it is another thing. Mate, are you still talking about the fires? Please, no more questions. Oh, China tariff talk. Here you go. Here you go, folks. Be careful. We'll see what happens with China. Now we're talking about Putin. Here we go. Here are the real questions. Be very careful, folks. What are you talking about? Everyone knows about Nord Stream 2. Mental. ES holding initial balance. There's a nice hold off it, coming back to PDC. So ES is trying to do the same thing that we're looking at on NQ, but has relative weakness. It's trying to do it, folks. It's trying to get up here. If he doesn't say anything mental crazy, it might do it. Biggest problem at the moment is ES can't get through the PDC. If ES can reclaim previous day close, then ES goes green on the day. And then it's got to get through its VWAP. The VWAP is starting to go sideways on the spiders. So if it starts reclaiming that, there is potential for a move up here. So I keep talking about, I don't want to be short on the NQs. Not unless there's a clear failure, which we haven't seen yet this morning. The ES is the weak one, is making it very hard for everything to get in alignment. We have major divergence. YM's 0.38% down on the day. RTY 0.44% down on the day. ES 0.02%. NQ 0.12% up. Right, so relative strength. You keep saying that. Get on with it. I can't believe we're coming up to lunch and he's still talking. Absolute nonsense. I could literally condense what he said all day into 3 sentences. We're going to clean up crime. I'm going to talk to Vladimir and end the war. And I'm trying to do a good deal with China, and I've got a good relationship. There you go. I did it in about 5 seconds. Oh, yeah, the Joe Biden summary. Sorry. Called him a low IQ individual and said it would never happen if he was in charge. And that Trump won the Olympics for America. It was him that got the Olympics here. Had nothing to do with the Olympic Committee or anything like that. Trump got it. And that, by the way, he has the best relationship with everyone, and the best, and the biggest. Just get on with it, mate. I hate being like this on stream, but it's exhausting listening to this guy. I don't care. Just hurry up. Oh yeah, the punks comment. That wasn't him, in fairness. So hang on, has he just admitted he might not be able to fix this? So his whole campaign was based on walking into presidency and stopping the war, and he's just said, I may leave and not be able to fix it. First time he's ever said that. How's he still talking, guys? Please stop talking. You're just rambling. Jesus Christ, oh Lord. You're now talking about rain in Russia. Like, what are you talking about? He said I gave them javelins now 30 times. Mate, get off the Ritalin and go and have a sleep, buddy. Honestly. This guy's on something. He's a friend of mine, a really good friend, really tough, really blah, 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 blah. I can literally predict what you're going to say every time because you have the same words. Tough, strong, best, worst. Yes, still holding IB low. Still looking like a failed auction under IB low. NQ still holding New York Open, previous day value area high. Still just trapping back and forth. There's nothing to do here, folks. Literally nothing has changed all day. We are at the same point that we opened at. We've not expanded a range either side. We've not swept any liquidity either side on the NQ. ES has swept London. China questions. Still looks like what upside to me, but he could say anything right now talking about NVIDIA chips in China. Yeah, still can't get through PDC. I'm losing the will to live here, guys. I've literally sat here since the beginning of the session, still. Guess what? Jensen's a brilliant guy, the best guy. Yeah, mental capital's spent sitting here. Definitely. Definitely. Who said that? John Joseph, 100%. Mental capital getting spent here. We've built in these equal lows here. Gross. We built in equal highs here. Gross. NQ, gross. ES cannot get through PDC. So it's holding initial balance, but can't get through PDC. Just more liquidity build, more liquidity build, more liquidity build. Can come and sweep now, like both sides. It's gross. Yeah, exactly. Range within a range is exactly what it is. We're inside Friday's range. We're inside the overnight range. We're inside the New York range. Like, there's no expansion either side. We're not outside an initial balance. I think we're even inside of opening range. We are. We're inside of the opening range. Market looks like it wants to go up to me. Can they break out and hold? For me, it wants to take previous day high. I hate how they've done this. This is disgusting, but it feels like it wants to do this. ES has got to get through its PDC here. How many more questions? This guy's a machine. He's talking about Hitler and Napoleon. On August 11th, 2025, we're now referencing Hitler and Napoleon in the White House. Ah! All right. Are we going to get going? Can ES get through PDC and get through VWAP? And are we going PDH? That's the only question I've got right now for this market. All right. Liquidity pool here. Liquidity pool here. This is a higher time frame, which is what I want to aim for. Here we go. This is what I want to see. All right. Here's your two leg. Here's your high low. We need to see this. Be very careful because if it wants to come for this, it can. Here we go. Can we please, Donald, just be stumm and just let us do it? S'il vous plaît, monsieur. ES coming back up to test its VWAP. So it's through PDC. I told you last week I won't be watching LAFC. I made it very, very clear. You get a Spurs player in, I don't watch you. This is a circus, man. Are you guys watching this? The press are a circus. All right, here we go, folks. I'm long, small size, seeing if this wants to squeeze up for rotation. Come on, let's go. Let's just get up there. Here we go, folks. To wait all day for this trade, man. I want to get through these 50s. You've got liquidity at 60s on the book. I want to get through 50s and 60s and then go higher day. So up here, 50s, and then there's a player at 60s. You can see him on book map above me. I'm long for this move. Oh, it hasn't copied. Fantastic. Don't go on tilt, Alex. That has peed me off. ES at VWAP now. I just entered here on this hold right here. Looking for this. We just talked about it. I've been talking about it for about an hour now. Here's your hold. Here's the pullback. This is the same thing as like the 705s earlier. Where was 705s? Remember here? Same thing. Just trying to get up to here. Mag looks good, man. Mag's going. The mag is going. This wants to go. ES back to VWAP here. Come here, Caroline. Watch and see if ES can find bids in and above VWAP. Looking for ES to go IB high, so we're going to be initial balance day. I'm looking to trade all the way up to previous day, which is also previous week high. Right here. I just want to come and take this. This is my target. Above that is a bonus, but that's where I'm trying to get to right now. $60 player just left. So we're looking for a trade up to 75 now. Can we get up to 75? Looking for all pullbacks to hold now and an expansion higher. That's all I'm looking for. So I want to see this kind of area here hold now. Let me draw it for the folks. This, oh, Jesus, trading view. This here or this here. I don't really want it to come under these levels. Some sort of absorption here. And we're going to look to take out this liquidity here, okay? Because this is where shorts have come in the market, and not once did we wash them out. And this is a higher time frame short level. So we're looking now for this. So entry was here. Any more entries, we're looking for this kind of move here. Want to be careful because what? We're in range, right? This is our range for the day, so you want to be careful. I'm just looking to get into the top side of the range. I'm not looking for entries above this unless it's a clear breakout and pullback. But really got to respect high time frame supply. These are old highs all the way up here. You can see also it fired a buy signal. He's got to be done soon, man. This guy is a machine. Like, credit to him. Who can talk this long? Talking about ceasefire now. Looking good here. Meta now green, Microsoft green, Nvidia green, Tesla green, Google almost green, Apple not far away from green. Remember that was over 2% down. It's 0.33% down now. All of the mag are starting to find bids. You see the liquidity above into 75, and we still got a player at 800. I can't believe I waited all this time for it and it didn't copy. Yes, he's done. Okay, fantastic. Can we get a normal market now? He's left the stage. All right, so 5 minutes till lunch. We spent the whole day listening to that garbage. Let's see if we can get up to previous week high here for a TP. Looking for pullbacks to hold here to come and take out previous week high. We're close to, we're not too far from it. Remember, we're looking for these basically IB high, previous week high, and then Globex is above, would be a bonus. And we're looking for that. That seems more likely than this liquidity down here right now, but let's just see. I have to respect that we're still in a range, so we need to respect that. Let's go, Coop. Let's go, buddy. Beautiful. AMD looking great as well. 2.55% up again today. I think that's got so much room, honestly. All right, looking to see if we can get a pullback that holds and then to attack the initial balance high, which is previous week high. And then above that is a bit of a bonus. Yeah, exactly. And think about the weekly and weekly model, JD. So we have to be really careful as we come into these levels. Here we go. Beautiful. Let's come and take this liquidity out now. Come on, just go and search for it. So we can see the player on the book, 777, 311 lots. So I'm looking to take him out, which is actually above previous week high. So I'm going to take a partial into previous week high first, which is initial balance high, and then I'm holding beyond that. I'm a bit gutted that this has not copied. Be careful here as we reach up into these levels. Watching ES as well. It's trying to do the same thing right now. So there's a small seller here at 65. Not too worried about him. I think we should take him out. Just watching ES closely. First attempt up here might fail, and then we might pull back and go again. Remember, we love to build liquidity that way. So many times you see a squeeze, failure, rebuild to go up, right? So sometimes you'll see these shorts here. They re-attack it here. We'll do something like this, and now we've got multi-levels to run up for. So I don't mind if it does that either. That's also fine. Can we get my fill? I'm going to try and get a fill at 67. What's the 66.50? See if I can get filled at 66.50 for a partial. Would be really nice if it will do it, if it's kind. Just in front of the wicks, just into the bodies, just in case it doesn't do it and we need to pull back first. I don't want to give away too much here. So if we fail up here and pull back, I'm still interested. I'm trying to remind myself we're still in an initial balance day though, so I have to be careful. It can still be a rotational day. We can still build liquidity. We can fail up here, but I do think we want to run that previous week high out. The fact that we didn't run it out this morning in New York is iffy. One thing I didn't realize, and that's my fault, is we did run it on Sunday, so I obviously missed that. Just do want to be a little careful. I'm peeing like a racehorse. I'm going to pee. I'll be right back. What are we doing? Still looking good. Still looking great, yeah. Still looking good. If they leave this shy, I actually really like it. If they pull back here and leave this shy, I actually quite like it. Because if we can encourage more shorts to come in here, then I think the expansion above it will be really big. Almost there, though. Flag and go here. So here we go. Yeah, filled me. Beautiful. All right, let's see if we've got any juice for any runners. Sorry, folks, you had to wait all day for this, but at least we got a banger. We had to wait for him to finish, and unfortunately, that's just how it is. So we're just holding runners now. If we get an expansion above, Globex and stuff, then fantastic. But really, I'm not expecting too much. Anything beyond that is an absolute bonus. Oh my God, I can't believe we had to wait that long. These are the days I get so frustrated. I have to sit still, sit still, sit still, sit still. And you could see it building up in me. Like, it is frustrating to sit and listen to the ramble. But what did we talk about this morning? Even in Discord, right? I'm going to consider right here. Let's go up. Where are we? Maybe it's down here. We're building out a new range at highs. I'm going to consider this bullish until there is some form of clean failure. I'm not looking to pick tops. Let's see where we open up. All right. So, and even here, there's a lack of news today, so it's possible we range. All right. So we were prepared for this pre-market. We knew what we were looking for. And I didn't realize Trump was talking, but this was actually pretty good. Like, it's annoying, but these moves here were longs. If I had known Trump wasn't going to talk until 10:30, then I would have taken these. But these were really nice longs. From here, we rebuild. We talked about this being built up and we'd need some form of trap. That trap came in the form of sort of a two-leg. Sweeps this low. This holds it. Then we build liquidity to go where? Back up and take these, because now we've built these shorts in here who got all too comfortable. And anything above here is a bonus at this point, all right? Just remember, we're in range rotation, so you must respect it. This is the edge of range. This is the edge of low. This is basically your middle point. Anything above here, breakout retest would be really nice. But, you know, we know that everyone up here has been stuck for, what, over a week. Not Thursday last week, the week before. Everyone up here, this is trap buyers stuck up here right now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we go to an hourly to make it really easy for you. These participants up here currently are stuck. All right, so that's what we're coming to test. All right, and if they stay stuck, we can come deeper. But if we let them out, and what are we looking at? We're looking at a giant cup and handle, right? Ideally, that would make it even easier. Doubt we do that today. It's possible, but later in the week. You can also then consider the fail breakout on daily charts coming into Tuesday, Wednesday. Those in the room know exactly what we're talking about right now. Yes, nice, Chris. Good work. Did anyone get any of these longs with me? Had to be so patient. You could have just made it real simple, right? The easiest way, just so simple. There's your buy signal. We talked about it here, right? Once we were here, I was saying to you, I'm looking for a high low to be built and then to trap. Right here, there's previous day value area high, no acceptance below it, which is very positive, very bullish. There's the reclaim of flow zones and VWAP. There's the breakout of trend. There's your buy signal. Here's your clear target. JD in from 730.75. Yeah, perfect. Exactly. Nice work, JD. So just runners, hold your runners now. If you get through Globex, you just don't know. Maybe we want to get going. Mag's looking good. Google and Apple are not far away from going green. Mag's looking good. Looking very strong. Tesla, not far away from 5% up on the day now. So you look good. You look really good. Nice. Bowden got it. Chris got it. JD got it. Myron got it. ES now has taken IB high out as well. So all the markets have taken out. Bart got it. Great trade, Alex. I took the NQ and E, and I took in the NQ and ES. Good day for me. Nice work. Bowden close to passing my trade day eval. Stuck in this cycle of lose first trade of the day, make it back, and then more in the second trade. It happens sometimes, mate. But as long as you're losing trades and not as bad as you're winning trades, you're doing good. Brandon got it. Priska got it. Lovely work. Lovely work. We just had to wait. You had to wait for him to stop talking, unfortunately. That was the biggest ramble ever. Crazy. I don't mind anything he says. I just wish he would get on with it. Just come to the White House and just be very concise. We don't need 2-hour press conferences. You know, there's just not enough said for a 2-hour press conference. Here you go. So coming up to Globex now. So your TP2 would be Globex. And then after that, let's just have a look on the hourly. After that, I'd be watching 800, 811, 825, 843. I'm going to mark them out to make it easier. Is that marking on all of them? 802. Can you see that there? No. Okay, I need to change. Give me a second, folks. Is that the link one? I always forget which one. Let's try this again. Yes, there we go. All right. And we're going to put one here and one here, and one is the top of this box, and this box needs to shrink down to there. There we go. All right, so these are your targets for your runners. Look at that. Beautiful expansion. Looking great, folks. Looking fantastic. So we filled that first seller. Next lot, we're going up for the 800s. All right here, we have liquidity up there that we're aiming for. Really nice, really nice. Like I said, bullish consolidation today, and wasn't looking to get short on the NQ, looking to find reasons to get long in the NQ, especially with relative strength. Oh, this is off to the races. So the next level into 800, and then all these red lines. These are all liquidity pools where I think shorts might have some stops. Big old push here. ES getting going. Apple just gone green. Previous day high taking on the ES now. So ES has hit its low-hanging fruit as well, folks. Really nice. So you can move your stops up now. Don't let it give the whole thing back. You want to see it hold sort of an initial balance high at this point. Low-hanging fruits have been taken, remember. Still going. Wants the 800s. Seller up there. He just pulled a bit of it. It wants the 800s here. You can see the seller up there. 84 lot. That's what it's trying to take right now. Now, if we get through that, you can see all the levels above. So every red level there is a potential take profit target because it is a potential level of liquidity. There's definitely a seller here at 800 on the book. Let's see if there's much above him. 830 now come on the book as well. VIX starting to break down here, really nice. So never got through. What did we say today? VIX would have to get through 1620s really for a breakout. Never got there. 1613 turned around, looking like it might want to fill its gap downside now. Looks really good. Market's in a squeeze. So shorts absolutely cooked here because it was bullish consolidation and we had divergence. And you don't want to be short the NQ when it's got bullish divergence to ES. But you've hit lots of low-hanging fruits here. Make sure you're paying yourself. We're into lunch. I'm going to trade a bit longer because I'm still in this, but just make sure you're paying yourself. We are now into supply. We're into supply from Thursday the 31st now. I would not be a new money long up here, that's for sure. You're holding your runners for any more expansion. Sorry, lots of you left. It's about 50 of you left the stream. But those who stayed, like I always say, you can get winners if you hang around. And I'm just very, very patient and fussy. I will not trade low probability setups. So 800 now taken, so we can delete this. All right, 800 now taken. So seller now at 805. Next level would be up here into 12s and then 25s and then all-time highs, right? 12s, 25s, all-time highs. Up 900 and holding. Lovely work, John Joseph. So 800 break here. They're adding liquidity for dip buys into 1985. Let me just check there's nothing lower. Oh, we look pretty good. And new liquidity to sell into 830. So I think it wants to get going. It's trying to just keep squeezing. Remember, we're pretty parabolic here, a lower time frame, but this is pretty much straight up. There's been no real pullback, no back test of Globex, no back test of previous day high or initial balance high. It can afford a deep pullback. Don't get lured into chasing the market up here, please. You're either long. Remember, my trigger long's down here. There's my buy. It's down here. This now technically can become a buy. Let's clean this up. Where is it going to have to redraw it, I think. All right, it's your RBS zone if we hold it. If we go under that, then obviously this would be a failed breakout above initial balance and we'd be back into a range day. And we said we've taken a lot of liquidity out of this market there. Okay, I'm not getting any data now on NinjaTrader either. Seriously. What the fuck is going on today, man? Close this down. Got to be some CME issues today. I don't remember having TradingView and NinjaTrader both having problems before. Not on the same day. go. Oh, I didn't save it. It's lost all my drawings. Jeez. Put these back on. I need an autosave on NinjaTrader. All right, let's see if it backtests and holds any of these areas. And if it doesn't hold it, remember, it would just be a failed breakout. If it doesn't hold, it will just be considered a failed breakout. ES coming back for that PDH test right now. Your low-hanging fruit has been taken, so hopefully you guys locked in most of your gains. Swept the 800s. We know the supply above 800s was here. Deleted it now. So our targets were IB high, previous day high, previous week high, Globex, and it was like 802 or something on the book. And we said we're parabolic. It might need to come and test this, or it probably will come and test this. If we fail under here, then there'll be a failed auction above, and we can rotate all the way back down. Remember, to the low side, we left this liquidity here, which is kind of gross. So if they start collapsing in here, we can come all the way back for this if it wants it. If we hold above this range or at this range, then we'll be looking for a continuation trade. If we fail it, then we will be looking for that rotation back down. Zach says, I didn't trade the personal today, but now wish I had. I guess it's always like that. Yeah, just markets, eh? Missed your entry 3 days in a row now, Peter. Don't worry. It will come. It will come. Yeah, definitely, Bowden. The good thing is when it's when it's collapsed or stopped working, it's not been doing it when I've been in a trade. And my tilt's normally like if I'm in a trade and it's having tech issues. Yeah. All right, ES coming back to PDH to check it. Finding support on flow zones here. I'd be watching here. If they start reclaiming 800s, they'll go new squeeze. Remember, we're into lunch, folks. All right, we're in lunch. Bid support at 75s and 80s. Through 95s, they've still got 805s on the book. There's the little imbalance here where we failed from. They start reclaiming this, we'll probably go for new high prices. ES finding a bid in front of PDH. Trying to just wait and see if it gives a 2-leg to think about anything more, but probably need to get off because it's lunch. It's also getting crazy hot in this room now. Yeah, exactly, Bowden. 2-leg would be nice. 2-leg would be nice. I just want to be cautious because I know we've taken a lot out and we've got to remain practical about where we are. So higher time frame. Right into these trap buyers. So you can see we've taken this level out, which is why I had it marked 804. So next level will be shorts that have their stop above here, 812. And then kind of in here, we've kind of got two of them, 822, 825s. So yeah, if a pullback holds, here, maybe we can do this. If we start failing under this, we go range rotation, because this will be a take of liquidity, a stuck at supply, and range rotation back down is also possible. Because the other thing is, when we think about buyers, the way we've built this is a bit naughty. All right, so it's possible that we come and do this. I'm not saying today, but it's possible we come and sweep this out, check this level here before bidding back up. Because remember, this is Friday squeeze consolidation. We've done the move. We've taken low hanging fruit. If they want to leave this for later, they will come and sweep out all these late buyers. Same thesis, just on a swing on like dailies. They'll come and do this and then go back for them. So remember, low hanging fruit, we've had, right? We've had it. So you would need it to protect this kind of area here. 759s. Underneath that, you want to be careful if it starts letting go of 759s. I'll wait and see if we come back and retest any of this level. ES back underneath PDH now. ES can afford to come much deeper back to its IB. Basically 420s. There's 420s again on ES. Sticky level. Check my emails here. So 2-leg here. Buyers coming in. Still liquidity at 770s. It's got plenty of time to develop over lunch now. Yes, trying to find a bid. Check the book on ES. Jeez, a lot of absorption both sides. Kind of in no man's land here. Sellers on ES into 30s, buyers into sort of 24, 25s. Low hanging fruit's gone though for me. So it would need to retract to go higher at this point. Low hanging fruit's already gone. Are they going to squeeze this? Looks like it. They're trying. They are trying. Just watching the ES here. For me, it's not a buy up here, but we'll see. Into lunch. I need to get out of here. I might go for a swim. I went swimming yesterday instead of gym. I really enjoyed it. Would I be right in thinking a pullback into the top side of that range may help the longs as long as the sellers, as long as it lets the sellers out? Would I be right in thinking a pullback into the top side of the range may help the long as long as the sellers are out? You don't want the sellers out, so you want this into here, somewhere in here, and this if you're looking for more, because we can only move up if sellers get caught. But just remember, like we talked about, buyers are stuck up here. This is like your first test of supply up here, right? Think about where we are in the charts. Buyers are stuck up here. Low hanging fruit's gone. That's first test of supply. We've never tested this ever. So you need sellers to get stuck in this. The only way you're going to get them stuck is if they start to chase down. So you'd want like some form of little signature like this, like a nice move down and then a little trap or a little hold and then start to turn the other way and then attack all these highs. At the moment we're holding Globex, ES is holding PDH, but just also remember you're into lunch, right? You're into lunch. So volume, I'm sure, is starting to drift off. Look at that. Like this is encouraging though. You know, this is big volume here into here, and this is pullback with lower volume, right? Lower volume there. Which is what you want to see. So when we start breaking, you want to see this volume start to print back upside, because then you know the stops are getting run out. But for me, folks, I'm done. One and done today. That'll do. I'll maybe be interested later in the day, but yeah, we had to wait all day just to get one trade. It wasn't A+, but it was decent. It was like a B setup, I'd say. But yeah, at least we stuck to our thesis. We're looking for longs. We just had to wait for Trump to be finished and enough shorts to get trapped and just make sure we lock in that money. It looks like they want to push this high, taking out the shorts. I mean, I think it's a bit early to say that yet. We only developed this at 10 past. It's only been 20 minutes. We'd like that, but I think it might need to trap some more shorts in first before we think of that. And remember, it can afford a very deep pullback here. Like your value area is all the way back here. So like the previous week and previous day high and initial balance high is here. Your value on the day is here. It can afford to come down into here. You don't want to be guessing this early, trying to get this. You want to wait for it to start doing this. Just like here. This kind of move here. This. And this. Same as earlier in the day. Where are we? The 05s we talked about. Same as here. We don't need to be buying these down here. Wait for them to get stuck. There's all the stops. Held it. Held it. All right, now we're going higher because they're stuck. That's kind of what you need up here as well. You need shorts. You need to see that the shorts are stuck for you to get these moves. Hopefully that makes sense to you all. All right, folks, I'm out of here. I am out of here. Big love, everyone. I will be back. Remember, tomorrow is my last day trading this week. I'm going to fly after New York session tomorrow back to Europe for a wedding. So I'll be off the charts possibly for a whole week, but we will see. If I can get on the charts from there, if I can get a station set up that makes sense, I'll go on. Even if I don't have a webcam, I'll try and do something. But we'll just have to play it by ear. I don't know where I'm going to be the whole time. I don't know what the Wi-Fi is going to be like, so I want to be cautious. So let's have a good day tomorrow. What I will do is after tomorrow's session, definitely for those in Discord and maybe for some others, I will leave you with my thoughts on the week of what I'm expecting setting up, because by the end of tomorrow, we're going to have the weekly model ideally set. We got news tomorrow morning. If you're here tomorrow morning, just remember 8:30 a.m. CPI report. That is the inflation report that will help dictate whether Fed Chair Powell will make a cut in September, which he was very hawkish about commenting on in the last meeting. So all to play for tomorrow. If you're here early, be very, very aware about the liquidity. Okay, be very, very careful. You don't want to get absolutely wrecked on that print. We'll just trade the aftermath and see what we can get. All right. Peace and love, everyone. Please have a good day. Use hard stops, all the usual stuff. Don't oversize. Be patient with your trades. Take care.